Hi, my name is Mekonnen and I'll be presenting you an overview of our term project, the UBID Online Auction System, which is developed by Connor Bland, Elliotte Wideman, Hunter Blake, and myself. The purpose of this project is to build an online auction system, a platform designed to bring sellers and buyers from all over the world to interact and conduct transactions through an advanced web-based system and user-friendly interface. The system allows users to put up their product for auctions and bidders to register and bid for various products available for bidding. The project consists of two modules, user and functional modules. The user modules consist of buyers, sellers, and admin. For the functional users, we have register and login functionality for users, where a user can join the site as a guest or by registering into the system. We have put up an item for sale or buy item functionality, where items that can be put up for sale or buy are categorized in categories like automobiles, antiques, and watches. We also have view all items for auction functionality, where registered users can view all items for auction. We have a place a bid functionality. Only registered users can bid on an item. We also have print items bought in a category, or items that are currently on sale, or current data for any table that can be the system can be able to print. Languages and tools, software tools that we used to build this application are like PHP, a language to write our code, PHP admin to manage tables and data inside MySQL database. We use CSS to style the website. We also use a Figma, a design tool, to create our prototypes. We use Git, which is a version control system to track the changes in our code, and GitHub to host our project. And the next three slides displays the use case and flow sequence diagrams. So this is our use case diagram, where buyers, sellers, and admin in how they interact with the system. A buyer can register, view product on sale, buy products, or place a bid. A seller can do everything as a buyer can do, but a buyer can also be able to post products for sale. Admin can manage products, manage users, manage bidding, and also generate a report. And here's a buyer flow sequence diagram. So once a buyer or a new buyer can register into the system, and the system returns with a confirmation, or a registered user can be able to log in with his credentials, and the system returns with a login confirmation. Once a user is logged in, he can be able to view items for sale, and the system returns a list of items. And also the user can be able to select an item for bidding, and the system also he can be able to place a bid, and the system returns with a bid accepted confirmation message. And here is the seller flow sequence diagram. So a seller, a new user, be able to register into the system, and the system returns with a confirmation message, or a seller can log in into the system, and the system still returns the login confirmation. Once a seller is logged in into the system, he can be able to add items for auction, and the system returns with a confirmation message. uh, the user can be able to select an item for auction and start auction, and the system returns with a confirmation message. And that's what I prepare for my presentation, and the rest of my team will continue after this. And thank you for watching.
Hello, my name is Elliotte Wideman, and I am excited to present my role in the UBID project, where I was instrumental in the planning, execution, and delivery of our software solutions. I was selected as the project manager, where I was responsible for the team formation. Once we had the team, we defined the scope, objectives, and deliverables, creating detailed project plans that outline tasks, timelines, resources, and milestones. Some tools that were provided: we used the school resources, which were we used the discussion board to narrow our search to select which students we would like on our team. Then we sent a mass email out, and whoever were the first responders, that's who we selected to join. Our team leveraged Slack as our primary communication platform. I organized our discussions into channels based on topics, ensuring clear and efficient communication. This tool allowed us to streamline our interactions, share updates in real time, and keep everyone aligned on the project's progress. Mekonnen expertly coordinated our efforts on Discord, which we use for voice meetings and collaborative sessions. This platform facilitated real time discussions, particularly during brainstorming sessions and quick decision making processes, enhancing our teamwork and productivity. GitHub served as our version control system, housing all our code and project documentation. I managed the repository, ensuring meticulous tracking of code changes and adherence to best practices. This helped maintain a clean, organized code base, fostering efficient collaboration amongst teammates. And everyone was given administration so they could push and make commits and also pull on the repository. To ensure our project was user centric, I created detailed user personas. These personas represented our target audience and informed our decision and development decisions. By understanding our user goals, behaviors, and pain points, we were able to tailor our product to meet their needs effectively. I also developed a prototype for our project. This early model of the final product allowed us to test and validate our concepts for full scale development. It was a critical tool for gathering stakeholder feedback and making iterative improvements to enhance the final product. And Figma is what we use for that. In conclusion, these elements were vital in the successful planning, execution, and delivery of the UBIT project. Each tool and process contributed to our organization, alignment with requirements, and ultimately creation of product that meets our users' needs. Now I'll show you our user personas, our prototype. Our first user persona, Wade Warren, is 35. He has a master's in finance. He's married and has a coffee shop owner from Cape Town. Some of his core needs are to easily list items for auction, to get competitive bids for his items, to manage and track his sales and payments efficiently. Some of his frustrations are user-friendly item listing process, real-time auction updates and notifications, transparent fee structure, and payment processing. Our other user persona, Cameron Williamson, she is 27, has a master's in marketing and sales, single, and is a graphic designer from Miami, Florida. Her bio, she has been collecting vintage items for over 3 years. She often looks for rare artifacts and collectibles to add to her collection and to use as teaching aids in her university courses. Some of her core needs are to find high quality items at affordable prices, to receive alerts on items of interest, to have a smooth bidding and checkout process. Some of her frustrations are personalized recommendations and alerts, efficient and secure checkout system, and fast and reliable customer support. Last, I'll show our prototype, which this is our login page where you'll be able to log in, or if you don't have a login, be able to create an account. And this is what our team thought of the color scheme and the layout we feel would be effective for our UBID. This is our sign up page. Or if you don't have an account, you'll be able to enter your credentials. This is our home page. You'll be able to see items, see trending new, join auctions, or place bids. Next, if you click an item, you will be able to get more detailed information. You will be able to see pricing, or be able to see listing of the item, who lists the item, I rather should say, and more similar items. These prototypes, along with the personas, helped us form our decisions with the implementation, which you will see next. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Hello there, my name is Connor Bland, and I'm going to be showing you some of the features of our website. So for starters, we're signed in with a test account, and we're going to create a listing. We're going to create a hat. We'll just describe it as a hat, category is clothing, we have a picture ready to go. Our starting bid will be $20.50, and our end date will be the 30th at 12 a.m. Now from here, we can click View My Listings, and we can see all the listings under this account. So here we have some test items, as well as the hat we just created. So if you click View Details, you can see all the information we put in for the hat. And if you notice, there's no button to bid, because when you're a user looking at an item that belongs to you, there's no option to bid. Now from here, we can click any of the categories and view all the items currently in them, unless there aren't any. And if we look at antiques here, we can look at the Royal Chess Set. We see this item is up for grabs. Right now we are the current bidder with $700, but we can update this highest bid, or if another person had the highest bid, we could also update it by putting in a higher bid. So right now it's 700, so we're going to put in 750. And when we do that, the bid is updated. Of course, we're still the highest bidder, so that doesn't change. And now let's look at the database. So in here, I wanted to show you real quick, the hat item we created is right here. And also in the bid category, you can see the bid of $750 stored right here. Now, alternatively, if you go to an item whose time has already passed, you can see there's no option bid for this item because it ended its time at the beginning of the month. And you can see that Smiley won the item for $500. Now, this test account is also an admin, and because of that, we can do some admin reports. If you click up here, you'll have three options, starting with creating a report by category and date. So if you remember, that hat we made is a piece of clothing, and it ends on the 30th. So if we submit, we'll see all the items that match that end date, as well as the category. And right now, the only ones that match that are the hat we created. But if there's any other items in this category and end date, it'd be right here, along with who won it, how much money it was, and all the other information. Now going back to the admin reports, we can also create a report of all the items currently available or already sold, and they're all listed right here. And there's quite a few. Now going back to admin reports, this third button, creating a report of tables, will let us see all the information from each individual table. So if we click this first button for reporting from profiles, you can see every single registered profile. Going back, we can do the same thing for auction items. And of course for categories. And then finally for bids. And here's all the bids made on the website. Now currently, whenever we're doing work on the website, we're using local servers like XAMPP, but we've also configured the website to work with Docker. And by making very minor changes, we can make that work. So for starters, we're going to turn XAMPP off. We're going to click out of here. Then we're going to look at the code. Now here's our connections page. And first we're going to comment out here and then bring this code back in. Oops, wrong button. Now once that's done, we can open up the Docker desktop app and we can turn these on. Go back here, put in localhost, and just like that, we're right back. It even saved that we're logged in.
Hi everybody, my name's Hunter Blake. Today we're going to be talking about UBID, which is our online auction system website. I will be discussing the database schema and the user profile functionality, which includes logging in or creating an account. So let's take a quick look at the ERD, which is our entity relationship diagram. Here you can see we have 4 entities: the profile, auction item, category, and bid entities. And these entities are set up for the most part in a 0 or many to 1 and only 1 relationship. So for user profile, for example, in relation to the auction item, a user can have no auction items or many auction items, but an auction item can only belong to one user. So what that means is that you can create a profile on the website without the need to have any auction items associated with your profile. However, if an auction item is created, it does need to be tied to one and only one user profile. So for the sake of brevity, I'm going to move forward into the database schema, but you can take a look at this and see how each entity is set up to have relationships with each other. I do want to talk actually about the category entity because this one is unique in that it's self-referential. So a category can have a foreign key of another category as its parent. So the parent ID attribute is a foreign key of another category ID. So if you have, let's say, a parent category of books, then a child category to that could be fantasy. So in that way, a category entity can reference another category. So we will now take a look at the database itself in phpMyAdmin. Here you can see that we have the 4 entities discussed previously: auction item, bid, category, and user profile. And I actually need to, for the sake of this demonstration, delete my old profile. Okay, that was successful. No, it was not. Delete. Okay, there we go. So let me go back to the website. So when a user, this is the landing page for when a user visits the website. So there is the option to create an account or log in. So let's go ahead and create an account. I will make one for myself. And I will populate it with some test data. So let's go with test@test.com. Our shipping address is 123 Fake Street. Some credit card information, and we have the option of adding a profile picture. So I will add that. Also, one of the requirements by the client was to have the option of making a user an administrator. So we have that by checking this box here. And what that does is actually set up a Boolean value as one of the attributes for a user profile. So here you can see all these users, the value 0, meaning that they are not admins, except for this user here, who is an admin. So I will go ahead and submit my create a profile form. That takes us to the login page. Let me go ahead and log in with my newly created profile. Click login. Okay, so that works, and it takes us to our user welcome page where we can view listings or create a listing. Now I also wanted to show off the requirement to only allow 3 login attempts. So if we enter the incorrect password 3 times, so right here it says attempts remaining 2. Let me go ahead and do that one more time. 1 more attempt remaining. And finally we entered it in incorrectly too many times, so it brings us back to the welcome page. So let's go ahead and log back in to my profile. You will see that there is only 3 options up here, by the way. We can either sign out, view our profile, or go back to the home page. If we view our profile, we can see it shows some basic information, first name, last name, and username of the user profile, along with our profile picture. So I'm going to sign out real quick and log back in using the admin account that we had discussed earlier. And here you can see that now we have access to the admin reports. This was one of the functions that was required by the customer as well. They wanted admin users to be able to log in and view reports. So that is the functionality of the user profile as well as the database schema for UBID. Thank you.